Hi, so I finally got a good snippet of video for you for Bullets training. Now, he, as you know, he is a big goofball and his attention span uh, struggles sometimes. It's like he gets the brain cell and then the brain cell mysteriously disappears and then it shows up again 2 seconds later. He is such a good boy. And today I really wanted just to run through every skill and see how could I get him to hang on to that attention span to get him to think. So right here I'm doing play disengagement. So I'm purposely getting him crazy with this toy. It's squeaky, it's obnoxious. We're playing tug. I'm pushing him. He gets it away from me. We play chase a little bit. And the idea is that I'm going to call his name and stand real still right here, and he has to sit to get it. As soon as he sits and gives me eye contact, the toy goes flying and he gets to play with it. It's a good game to play with dogs that struggle with attention span, dogs that struggle with impulse control, and even sometimes with focus. So I tried with another toy. It's a little hedgehog that makes a different type of noise. He absolutely loved it, but we were only able to do this once or twice in repetition. So it's something that we're going to keep working on and keep practicing. But I was able to get him to say, "Hey, if I want your attention, if I want that toy, I have to sit and look at you." Now, here I was doing name game. So we load his name as a command in of itself. So I'm only going to call his name once. He has to come sit around and come around me, sit and give me eye contact, and then he gets rewarded. I like to do this as a repetition. So sit, look, essentially. Now, I also worked on some place commands because I wanted to see, hey, if I am told to stay in a particular spot, how do we listen and how do we focus? And after we did the impulse game, after we did some name game, I felt like I had him pretty much on par with me. So I have to say, his place command, he's a little goofy on actually staying on the place, but once he's on there, he has a really good impulse. You're going to see later in the video where I take a handful of treats and I toss them to the side, and he doesn't go for them. He thinks about it, but he doesn't go for them, which is freaking phenomenal. So this is where, okay, in a controlled environment, I'm able to get the commands and the expectations that we need from him. It's now really building up his thresholds and building that longevity where you don't always have to have the treats and don't always have to have them focus. But today was like a breakthrough day where I finally got him to focus. Now, in these videos, I just want to kind of give a silly warning is like, you're going to see me do weird things. I'm going to jump up and down. I'm going to make big noises. I'll make weird body movements because I want the dogs to kind of be unpredictable to see if I can get them distracted. So if you see something from me that's weird, always ask a question, but generally it's because I'm trying to get a dog to be distracted. So just quick side note. Now, one thing I did mess with him, and I kept it in this snippet, is that I was trying to do body positioning. So I was trying to teach him, hey, if I sit right next to me on my right hand side, will he sit and focus? And this is a command I'm assuming that you haven't taught him. Eventually, what I will do is teach him like a left command and a right command. So that way, when you ask it, he'll come and sit along your side. And it might be something that we develop down the road to help him kind of think of like mental drills where he's going to do left and right and forward and backwards and spin around and left and right and spin around. It kind of helps him go through things quickly, but also figure out where his body positioning with you is. Um, he was picking up on it. He got a little distracted every once in a while, but he was interested in this command. So I left it in here just to kind of say, hey, I'm going to start trying and teaching him some other things just to see if that's what gets him engaged. I was really pleasantly surprised with his willingness to learn something new. So right here, I'm tossing those treats. He's leaving them. Now I'm going to call him to me. So he releases, he gets a big reward. And those treats that are on the floor that I initially threw are still on leave it. So you're going to see me kind of body block him a little bit. And I'm going to tell him leave it. He has to ignore it. And he's sitting beautifully. I didn't ask him for that. That means that he's self-regulating. He's trying to do it for me. Right here, we're going to reinforce it. He's going to walk past him again. And then once he's right here, then he gets to clean it up as a big reward. Hey, so I also included a snippet of him doing the treadmill. You can watch him being really goofy on it. He did phenomenal on it, but it definitely helped his focus. We did this once in the morning and then once in the afternoon just to help that focus. This is sped up, so I purposely walk him slowly because that is harder for him to do. If it's faster, he loves it. He knows what he's doing. His body's in flow. If it's slower, it's a struggle. But today was a good day. Hope you enjoyed.